You're good? Matt, once again, thank you for taking the time and to chit chat.
Thanks, mate. Good to see you.
I appreciate it. I wanted to come to MJBL because, first of all, where are you based? I know where you're based, but where exactly are you based?
We're based down in Sydney, down in Australia.
Okay.
And I've been coming here to Pitti for 20 odd years.
Okay, wow,
Pitti
20
Uomo
years.
for 20 odd years.
Why? Why Pitti?
You know what? I think in the beginning, if you think about it, originally it was like an old marketplace for menswear, the industry to come together. You know, buyers and sellers to transact, and that's what drew me to it right in the beginning. You got to remember, 20 years ago, the wholesale business was probably a lot bigger than it is today.
Okay.
Now there's a lot more in direct to consumer. So I think the model is changing, definitely. But at the end of the day, buyers and sellers would come here together and meet and do their seasonal updates of their range and their collections, which of course still happens today. But I think then it was just a lot more prominent.
Okay.
And it's a lovely place. Every 6 months for the industry to get together and talk about business, talk about new trends, talk about things that are working or not necessarily working. But when I come here to Pitti, I see all our weavers, all our makers. Today and this Pitti, we've got Simon Cameron, who's our wool grower from Tasmania down, and it's cool. It's really cool to have him here with us.
Obviously we're at Pitti, you see a lot of Italian brands. I'm just curious, as an Australian brand, who do you think understands? Who is it that's understanding what you're doing? Which market? Is it the American market, the Japanese? But who's understanding what the Australian story is? Because I think you really represent what's happening in Australia right now. You're at the forefront of a lot of the movement out there in terms of,
That's right. I mean, look, what's really important from us is sourcing things at the grassroots level. And we've obviously got a lot of farms and farmers. We grow the best wool in the world down in Australia. So what we want to be doing is actually positioning ourselves in that way to the rest of the world. People who have been responding to that are from all around. Actually, I had a guy from Russia on the stand today. We've had Brits through. We've had Irish people through. We've had American people through. We've had Japanese, Korean. So I think it's a universal idea, the fact that we've only got a finite amount of resources in the world, and that people need to take great care of these resources, and that's going to become more and more important.
Definitely.
Consumerism has almost gone too far. There's too much product in the world, and I think what we all collectively need to do is pare it back and make it more meaningful. The things we consume, the things we buy and wear, for example.
And you're really at MJBL. That's something that's very important to you guys in terms of creating, obviously, a very good quality product.
Yeah.
Okay. What the Australian movement, so to speak, what is it? I have a general idea. When I came in the booth, for example, I saw the video you guys had. It's talking about what exactly? What is it, the movement that you guys are looking to create right now, Vina?
It's about sustainability, and it's about taking care of working with our suppliers and working with our partners, co-creators, and working together to construct products of integrity. That's what's at the core of what we do, and that's what we're passionate about doing. So, and we like to challenge ourselves as well. So, right now we're running a trial with 100 sheep down in Tasmania, and we're supplementing their diet with seaweed so that they offset the carbon, because it's been proven that if you supplement the diet with seaweed, it reduces the methane emissions, whether it's in cattle or whether it's in sheep. So we're actually trying it on the sheep, and we're working with CSIRO, and we've just started out on this trial. We're not sure whether the wool's going to come up as well, if it's going to actually be a negative on the wool quality or not. But the point of saying that is that we want to challenge ourselves to think more creatively and more actively, with an awareness on this idea that there's only so many resources we've got in this world, and we need to try and do it better using the technology and using the scientific knowledge that as humans we've all got.
Okay. When I went to Australia, to Melbourne, and I actually went to one men's shop, and it was actually MJBL, the only one I went to visit.
Thanks, man.
That was my pleasure. One thing that struck me, that catches your eye, or that I liked, was the visual that I saw. And what I mean by that is that you were creating everyday product. You create an everyday product.
Yeah.
It's something that it's wearable. It makes sense. And that's what I really appreciated between the chinos, the different things that you guys have in the shop. It really represents the modern man. And one thing that struck me about that is to think that I'm based in New York myself.
Yeah.
I went literally across the globe to find that what you're doing over there is something relevant to what I do at home.
Yeah.
And I think that's so important, because I think that we live in a society now, it's about the guy who can get on a plane and travel. And
That's right.
if what you're doing is only based or only geared for an Australian audience, it may not make sense to somebody else.
Yeah, sure.
But what you're doing is a global product.
The world's a small place now. I mean, we're all so interconnected. We can all fly around pretty easily to get from one country to another, one continent to another. And it's great to hear your feedback. I love the fact that you recognise that in what we do. I think the nice thing about menswear is it changes, but it evolves. At a bit of it's not revolutionary every year, every season. It's quite a nice, long, linear evolution, and I just think, again, like I said before, we've all got to try and do it smarter, with a creative mindset and an entrepreneurial mindset. That's the most important thing.
I appreciate it. Last thing, I just out of curiosity, being we're here at Pitti, who are the new places that are actually discovering the brand? Are you finding that maybe some Japanese that had never heard about it are coming here, or
for sure.
who are you finding that are visiting you here? You told me the Russian.
Yeah,
so there's the
also
Russians,
in
but
America we've had some great people on the stand from the States, and the Japanese guys and the British, and we haven't had so many Italians through yet.
Okay.
But, maybe that'll come.
That'll definitely come. The story's there, it'll come.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it, man. I know you guys are busy, so I thank you for taking the time, and I wish you nothing but success, obviously.
Fantastic. Thanks, mate.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Take care. Cheers.